What's up, everybody? Zero here, and finally bringing some Modern Warfare 3. Got a hold of it not too long after midnight on the night that it released. I think I was about 15 minutes or so after 12 I got it, and that's pretty impressive considering I was number 150 in line. And got it home immediately, just popped it in and started live streaming the single player campaign, and I did it all in one sitting, and literally in one sitting. I didn't even get up for a pee break the whole time. And it took me a little over 5 hours, and I beat it, and I gotta say, I really enjoyed the campaign. It was completely over the top, just like you'd expect from a Call of Duty, with action and just different scenarios. I'd say it was probably even more so over the top than all the rest of the Modern Warfares that I played. Or, well, I guess there's only 2 of them. Which, it was pretty cool up until the end, because, I mean, the whole way through the game, it was just so over the top that you're like, wow, has to be like an impressive ending coming up. And then the ending was pretty much just like the ending of any other Modern Warfare title, which was a little disappointing because everything else was so over the top that I guess there just wasn't any way to finish strongly with the momentum that they had going. So this is from not too long after I finished playing the campaign mode. This is one of the first games that I played. Ended up playing TDM, which I'm not a big fan of. And there's you can hear me talking there. They did a few things very right, and they did a few things very wrong. So, since I'm typically an extremely negative person, I'm going to try to focus on the things that they did right before I get into all my complaints about the game, because I'm sure I'll have a lot more complaints than praises. That's just the way I am. So first, what they did right is they definitely fixed the hit detection. The hit detection in this game is pretty good. It's not that always perfect due to just connection issues and things like that, which you're going to have with any first-person shooter. I mean, sometimes you'll run up to somebody, put a few bullets in them before you get the first hit marker. But other than that, the hit detection in this game is leaps and bounds ahead of Black Ops, and it's relieving to play after playing so much Black Ops, knowing that your gun is actually going to hit someone when you're right next to them. So that's one of the things that they did right, and probably the biggest thing that you'll notice when you first start playing. One more thing that I really, really like that they did was that they now add objective play to the game and have that add to your point streaks, or typically what you would have as kill streaks. So if you capture a flag in domination, or, well, I haven't ever played any other objective well, I played headquarters, so if you capture the headquarters and those sorts of things, then you also get points toward your kill streaks, or I guess you call them point streaks now. It's still easier just to call them kill streaks, I think, which makes the game a whole lot more interesting and a whole lot more fun for objective-type players, where you don't have to just sit around and try to camp out and build up your kill streaks. You can actually play the objective and not have to worry about getting killed, especially if you're playing support class, which your kill streak doesn't reset after you die, which that's just a brilliant idea, I think. I really like the fact that they did that, and I'm very happy with it, and I'm happy with the way it's playing out. In Ground War, it does get a bit hectic, though, because there's just constant air support up from both sides from people in the support class, because that's just the way it works. But it's not too bad, and overall, I think it's a definite improvement, and it speeds up the gameplay quite a bit, because you don't have people, for the most part, hiding in corners. There's still a lot of people hiding in corners, just because it's release weekend and everyone's playing, and most new players tend to do that. But I think that's a very big bonus for the game. So right off the bat, it has just 2 major improvements going for it. But unfortunately, there are some downsides too, which I'm going to get into now. One of the major things that you'll notice is kind of due to a fact of one of the things that they fixed. And now that the guns actually have hit detection, connection is a huge, huge factor in this game. In fact, if you have a 3-bar connection, you're going to be dying a lot unless you have an extreme drop on your enemies, because if they even get a shot off at you, as you can see right there was a good example, there's almost no chance for me to even know that I'm getting shot. I just drop over dead. Whereas in Black Ops, since the hit detection was kind of bad, when people were shooting at you, you'd kind of have a couple seconds or just a split second to evade and know that you were getting shot. But in Modern Warfare 3, it's just dead. There's no warning. You just drop over dead. And if you're going up with someone against a 4-bar connection while you have a 3-bar connection, then it's really pronounced. There was a lot of times that somebody would be sprinting around a corner, and I would be, you know, taking the corner like you're supposed to be, and I'd end up getting around behind them, shooting them in the back, and then I'd drop over dead. And I'd look at the kill cam, and it would show them coming up to the corner, taking careful aim at me approaching the corner, and shooting me, and I never even made it to the corner in the kill cam, whereas from what I was seeing, I was behind them shooting them in the back. So that's a real double-edged sword with them fixing hit detection, because now the guns kill extremely fast, especially if you have a strong connection. And if you have a 4-bar connection and you're playing against people with 3-bar connections, then it works in your favor, which you can't really complain about, but it's still not fair. As you can see, that guy had pretty much an equal connection to me, and he just dropped right over. So I don't know if they'll do something to fix this later on, but I hope they do, because it's pretty frustrating as you see me try to take out this gun. I do get it on my next life, though, I think. One of the other things that's kind of a pain in the ass is the new maps. They just don't feel as big as the other maps in Black Ops and Modern Warfare 2. It seems like they went away from the big maps and tried to make the gameplay more vertical, where there's more levels. Oh wow, I didn't realize there was so little time in this video. Apparently I'm going to have to make another commentary, because I have more complaints. But those are my major complaints so far. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. As always, every interaction with the video helps, and don't forget to come check out my live stream. That's actually where I recorded this from, and I don't think it looks all that bad.